Well, give South Carolina credit. Tight ball game on both sides. Both sides pitched very, very well. Got to give them credit for taking advantage of a couple miscues on our part in one inning. And basically, the one inning where we made a couple mistakes, had a couple errors, cost us 2 runs. It's unfortunate because Charlie Barnes, I thought, pitched exceptionally well. Even in the 6th inning there, had first and third with 1 out. Big strikeout to Destino, who is a dangerous hitter. And, we were right there on the verge of ending that inning with a 0. And, just a lone fly ball that we dropped, 2 runs scored. And, we had our opportunities. 4 out of the first 5 innings, we had the leadoff guy reach base, and we were unable to score. We hit into 3 double plays, hit into the big double play in the 4th. I thought the 4th inning was our opportunity right there to get Schmidt possibly out of the game. His pitch count was getting high, and we hit into the double play, and he did what, good pitchers do. He hung in there even when he wasn't, probably at his best, and kept battling and found a way, to get it to their 2 best relievers in Reagan and Johnson. But it was a tough one for us because, in all honesty, I thought we played fairly well in a lot of areas. We just couldn't come up with the big hit with runners in scoring position, and we made a couple errors that cost us. But you got to give South Carolina credit. They took advantage of some mistakes, and we were unable to. We were unable to take advantage of our opportunities, and that's what good teams do. And like I said, going into the weekend, a lot of times in games like this, it boils down to who makes the most mistakes. And, we made a couple of mistakes tonight, and we got beat.
Coach, Charlie Barnes had 101 pitches going in the 8th. You stuck with him even after that walk. Obviously, you had a lot of confidence in him and his stamina to keep going.
We felt like it was more matchup-wise. We thought the matchup was pretty good. We knew that we wanted to go to Hennessy once they got to the middle of the order with the left-handers, because they had Williams, and then they had Destino, and then they had put Blair into the ball game. So they had 3 out of 4 hitters there in the middle that were left-handed hitters. So we knew that we wanted Hennessy. We wanted to get Hennessy to those guys, and then we would bring Crawford in after that. But Charlie did a great job. I mean, I don't know if he could have thrown any better. I mean, he threw like a Friday night guy did, supposed to throw, and he did a great job. Again, it's just, it's a little frustrating on my end that we just couldn't help him more. I thought we had some really good at-bats in the first 4 or 5 innings off Schmidt. We walked some. I think we had 8 walks. But again, you hit into 3 double plays. You get that leadoff guy on base, and you hit into a double play, or you get the bases loaded, hit into a double play, and, those types of things, have hurt us a little bit. So, we just got to keep being aggressive. And we got to get to the fastball when we get runners in scoring position, and we were just unable to do so.
What did you see on the play-by? Charlie was in that game last year against him, also kind of snake bit in the 6th inning. Is that frustrating to see when your pitcher plays that well 2 times now? He's had a chance to win, and it ends up happening this way for him.
Well, you feel bad for him just because he gave us a chance. I mean, the bottom line, all you can ask for out of your starting pitcher is to give you a quality start and give you a chance. That's his job. His job's to give us a chance, and he certainly did that tonight. He gave us a chance. We were just, again, we were unable to capitalize offensively on a few opportunities that we had. And when you're facing a guy like Schmidt, you're probably not going to get a lot of opportunities, and you got to strike when you can, and we were unable to do so. So, I feel bad for Charlie because he pitched his heart out tonight, and he threw the ball exceptionally well, and we were just unable to help him on the offensive end. And on the defensive end, we got to make plays. That's the bottom line. We had a couple plays that we didn't make, and that was the difference in the ball game.
What did you see on the fly ball to Bryant? From your vantage point, did you think he was going to make it?
I thought he was going to make it. I thought it was a ball that, KJ will tell you that that's a ball that he catches. He got to the baseball. It just kind of hit his glove in an awkward way. He was running. He kind of turned his glove over, and it hit him in the heel of the glove. He almost overran it, I think. So I couldn't tell, obviously, until I see it on film. But it looked like the way he was running after the ball, he turned his glove up high instead of catching it like this. But it's just tough. It's tough for him. I hate it for him because he's such a good kid, and he works so hard, and he plays hard, and you just hate it for him that he was unable to come up, with a catch right there, which would have ended the inning, and they wouldn't have scored.
Is he the type of guy that can put that sort of thing behind him pretty quickly?
Well, we certainly hope so, because that's kind of the pillar. That's one of the pillars of our program. I mean, that's one of the things that we really, really push our players to believe in, is that, you know, we have to move on. You know, you have to move on. You can't hold on to it, because we need you on the next pitch. We need you in the next game. We need you in your next at bat. So you have to be able to move on when you don't make a play, or you don't make a pitch, or you have a bad at bat. If you hold on to that failure, you know, that's what leads to more failure. So in baseball, you got to have a short memory. So I certainly hope that KJ can move on from it. It was an effort play. I mean, that's the bottom line. It was an effort play. He had to run a long way, and you know, he just didn't catch it. And you feel bad for him. It was a complete effort play, and physical errors are going to happen. I'm never going to criticize anybody for making a physical error. You know, we work as hard as we can on defense, and sometimes you're going to make plays, and sometimes you don't. They're not perfect. But, you know, you just feel bad for Charlie. He made a big pitch right there after striking Destino out to get to 2 outs, and then the fly ball. You know, we felt like we were in a position to get out of the inning, and unfortunately weren't. But on the other side, we had our opportunities offensively. We got to be accountable for leaving runners on base. I think we left 11 guys on base. So, you know, we just got to do a better job. We got to be more aggressive. You know, I wish I knew the answer. I probably need to stop talking about it, you know, because we talk about it all the time. And, you know, I think sometimes as coaches, I'm at fault for that. The more I talk about it, maybe our guys are, you know, putting a little bit too much pressure on themselves. So I probably should stop talking about it and just let our guys play.
Schmidt walked 7 guys. I mean, you guys were able to get deep in the counts.
Yep.
Was that part of the game plan, or maybe just what happened in the flow of the game?
Well, I thought our guys did a really good job against Schmidt. You know, the one thing that we noticed early on, we had a certain game plan going in, and he was missing arm side high with his fastball a lot. And we just told our guys, you got to see the ball below the belt, you know, over the plate, and lay off the fastball if you read it high. He didn't have great command of his breaking ball. And we chased his breaking ball a little bit. But overall, I thought our game plan and our at-bats against Schmidt were pretty good. I mean, even in the first, you know, we made some loud outs. You know, Rudy lined out to center field. We hit some balls pretty good. But, you know, Clark is the kind of kid that you want pitching in game ones for you, because, you know, he probably wasn't at his best, and he still gave his team a chance to win. That's what great pitchers do. So, you know, you got to give him credit. You know, again, I thought we had a good plan against him and put together some good at-bats. Again, we just could not come up with that big blow with runners on base. You know, we couldn't come up with a ball hitting the gap with a runner at first. You know, or so. You know, that was the thing, and he made pitches when he needed to make pitches, and he got out of it.